guys, and happy Vlogmas day 16. I feel like it's been a couple days since I have vlogged. Obviously I've been posting every single day, but I did a couple sit down videos, so I feel refreshed, I feel rejuvenated, I'm ready to vlog today. It's actually like 12:30 right now. I couldn't vlog this morning. There is some construction going on in the apartment above us, and we still don't have an estimated date for when it's gonna be finished, so it's making filming a little complicated, but I think they're on lunch right now, so I was like, okay, let's start the vlog. I need to make Dakota her lunch. She's been taking a nap while I've gotten some work done on the couch, but Ducky, it's time for your lunch now. Why are your paws all stretched out? You guys, does anyone else's dog go so stiff when they're relaxing? I think it's the funniest thing. I had a shift at solidcore this morning. Sorry, I'm just making Dakota her lunch. I had a shift at solidcore. I have a class there later tonight. I think my class is at 6:15. After Dakota eats though, I think I want to go out and get some work done. I am getting hungry, so I thought maybe we'll go to Sweet Green and I'll get a salad, sit there, and get some work done on my computer. Today is one of those days where I have a lot of different like admin stuff for various areas of my life. I have some audition prep that I really need to do for some self-tapes. If you guys didn't know, I am an actor. As well as a, content creator here in New York. I also am gonna do some brand outreach. I'm trying to kind of start getting together stuff for brand deals in the new year. So there are some brands that I really love to work with who I know are looking to collaborate with smaller content creators like myself. So I want to do some brand outreach today. So I thought kind of the overall theme and focus of today's vlog could be like balancing my life as both, an actor and a content creator. I know that you guys really like seeing kind of all the different avenues of my life. So I'm not actually gonna go to Sweet Green and eat. I'm going to pick up food from a diner really close by and come back, work, and eat that. I will explain why, probably in like a longer way later in this vlog, but long story short, I have been, both me and Kevin have been so careful during this pandemic, and like literally we rarely go out to eat, we rarely do anything, and when we do, we're always masked up. But it's just been a little bit scary again here in New York. Cases have very much so been on the rise again. And I was just like, you know what? Is eating out necessary? Absolutely not. So we're just gonna order in and get work done here. I'm sorry guys that there have been so many like at-home vlogs this Vlogmas, but you just gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta be safe and careful, and so that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm back home. I got breakfast for lunch. I got an omelet and some potatoes. I have my Hydro Flask. I've got some packs of ketchup. Does anyone else do eggs and ketchup? Is that just me? Actually, I know it's not just me, but I wanna know if anyone else watching is a fan. And you know what? While I eat, before I start work, I thought, let's have that, conversation now that I kind of alluded to and introduced before I picked up my food. So recently, all over, but especially in New York, COVID cases have been rising again, and I can speculate and say why I think that is, but I'm not gonna get into that. But what I do know is that it's really scary, and it's frustrating, and it's upsetting, especially for those like myself who have never stopped wearing a mask. I still wear mine everywhere. I'm vaccinated, I'm boosted, I'm trying to be as careful as I can. And so is Kevin. And then, cases are on the rise again. And it's scary because I'm kind of feeling like I'm getting whiffs and reminders of what it was like in March of 2020. It's obviously not as bad as that, but I'm getting like, I don't know, it's reminding me of that a little bit. And it's hard because it's a fine line of like wanting to go back into complete isolation and like be a hermit and not do anything, but also still having to live my life. There are places that I have to go, right? I have to go to my solidcore shifts, which, let me just say, I feel incredibly safe working there. So I'm not saying I have to go with like bitterness, but I'm just saying, for example's sake, I have to go to solidcore. I have to go outside to walk my dog. I have to go to the grocery store. Me and Kevin have been talking a lot recently, but today especially, and we've just like made the executive decision to kind of go back to anything that isn't necessary to go out for. We're not going to do that for right now. I have to hope that things will get better in the spring. But for now, this is just what we need to do. And I'm incredibly lucky that I can work from home and still make an income from home. And that's honestly like thanks to you guys, my YouTube audience, my TikTok audience. I feel like I kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah, that's kind of just how I'm feeling. So, you know, today when I was like, oh, I think I might go work at Sweet Green, the more I thought about that, I was like, you know what? I don't have groceries here. I need to go get groceries later today. But I was like, you know what, if I have to go out and get food, I'd rather just bring it back home, do the rest of my work from home. Does that make for the most exciting vlog? No, but I need to put my health and safety first, obviously. But yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling recently. I mean, I think we all feel a little defeated right now with cases, you know, rising as they are. But we will get through it. We need to not get fatigued. We need to still continue to wear masks, socially distance. Please get vaccinated if you have not already. At this point, if you haven't been vaccinated, I don't understand. So let this just be a little, I don't know, reminder, encouragement, pleading. Please go do that if you haven't already. And if you're not feeling good, even if you don't have COVID, please stay home. I have seen so many people out and about here in the city who, you know, are coughing and sneezing, and like, just if you're feeling like that, like I said, even if you're sick and you don't think you have COVID, or you know you don't have COVID, please still stay home if you can. We just need to take care of one another, and to go out when you're not feeling good and you could expose others to whatever you're sick with, that's not taking care of one another. That's being incredibly selfish, in my opinion. I don't mean to get so like heated, but I can't help. So yeah, that's just how I'm feeling. But let me know how you guys are feeling. Let me know kind of how you're navigating this time of like I said, wanting to go like back into complete isolation, but also still like living your life. I'd be very interested to kind of hear what you guys are doing, and also just how you're feeling. And you know, it's always very important for me to like connect with you guys and just let you know that you're not alone. So feel free to comment down below on this video, and just know that I'm thinking of all of you guys, and we will get through this. We just need to be patient. It's just a little discouraging. Also, not only are cases rising, but they're rising for those who are even vaccinated and boosted, which is again what's just really scary. You know, I live in New York City. I'm an actor. I have tons of friends in the Broadway community who are currently in shows, and multiple shows just this week alone have had to temporarily close due to COVID cases in the cast, breakthrough cases, because everybody who's in the show has to be vaccinated, so they're breakthrough cases. Literally just today alone, 3 shows announced that they were temporarily closing. And so it's scary to see like my industry getting hit yet again. I feel like the theater industry is just one of those that consistently has not yet been able to fully get back on its feet. I feel like so many other industries have found a way, but live theater, it's just really hard. And so, you know, obviously like today I'm doing some audition prep. I'm still auditioning, but I'm hesitant, you know. It makes me nervous because if I book a job, I feel like, you know, my health and safety can still be, you know, there's a way to take that away from me, even if people are being as careful as they can and having strict protocol. It's just really wild. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so tired, and it's only like 3:30, but the sun is setting and it's not helpful. It's actually probably because though I am like behind on my sleep. Like, you know how they always say if there's a night that you don't get a lot of sleep, you'll feel it 2 days later? That's probably what I'm experiencing. We went to the Met 2 nights ago, and I'm definitely very tired. We didn't even get to bed like that late that night, but then the next day I had to be up really early, and today I had to be up really early. By the way, I'm having some liquid IV just because I feel like it's really good, especially right now, to stay extra hydrated, just because it, you know, it can help prevent headaches, drowsiness, also boost your immune system when you're really hydrated. So I'm using some liquid IV. I do have a discount code. They're one of my favorite brands. I always have them linked in the description box of my videos. So if you want a little discount, depending on the time of year, it'll either get you 25% off, sometimes it'll get you 30% off. Today I'm just having the guava flavor. So I'm on the couch, and now we're doing like the admin work for the day. Dakota was sitting next to me, but she just got up. Oh, she found a piece of food on the floor. A piece of her kibble on the carpet. So I have quite a few self-tapes for acting to film this week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each breakdown, look at the deadline when I need to submit these, and put them into my calendar, organize them. If there's any sides and dialogue that I need to memorize for that specific audition, I'm gonna download it, put it in a folder on my desktop, and just kind of do some acting and auditioning organization, if that makes sense. I actually have you guys on the couch because I decided that I want to work on the floor just for a little bit. You know how sometimes like floor sitting just feels like good? I don't know if that makes sense. It always like sometimes just is what I need to kind of like reset my body. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm gonna sit on the floor, do some organization. Yes. And for those who don't know, who are like, Ruby, what is this acting lingo? What is the self-tape? A self-tape is literally just like a video audition, which is happening a lot right now because of COVID. So rather than doing the audition in person at a studio here in New York, you film it and then either you submit it, or if you're with a team like I am, your agent or your manager submits it. Okay, organizing my self-tapes for the week is done. I have quite a few to film this week, and I try and also film TikToks every time I film a self-tape just because my theater viewers really like kind of getting a look into how that process goes. But now we've moved on to some content creating stuff. You guys know I upload daily TikToks, and so I always like to have a ton of ideas so that it's really easy for me to pre-film and batch content. So I have this little folder here on my notes app, and I have tons of different categories for the TikToks that I post. And I actually just decided that I want to start making some TikToks with tips for micro influencers because a couple people have asked for that, and I think TikTok would be a really good place for that content to stay just because it's like quick and to the point. But I'm gonna go through each of these categories and add a couple of ideas just so that I, like I said, always have like a ton of ideas to like spark inspiration, and I always have ideas to like batch film, if that makes sense. Guys, solidcore was so hard tonight. So good, but so hard. I took with my friend Christina, and her classes are so challenging. So I'm like very much ready to go to bed and call it a night, but I'm doing my last little bit of like content creation work, and this is something that I actually might think, or that I actually think could be super helpful. You can tell I'm very tired. I feel like this is very important to show for those who are maybe just getting into content creation or have just never done something like this before. So I am switching the way that I keep track of how I do my brand outreach, like who I've reached out to, if I've like contacted them again, or if they've responded, what their response has been. So I used to have it organized completely differently, but now I'm transferring it all to a Google Doc. I have literally over 100 brands to add, so I'm gonna do as much as I can tonight, but something tells me it's gonna take me through tomorrow. So basically right here I have the brand categories. So like, is it makeup, is it hair, is it skincare, the contact information, the date that I contacted them, and then the response from the brand. Like I said, I used to have it pretty much organized this way. I just had it on a different application, and now I'm transferring it to Google Docs. That's what I'm doing. And then I think tomorrow, once this is finalized, I'm gonna do some follow-ups, just because there are some brands that I have heard from, but there's also some that I haven't heard from, and I think I can circle back because it's been like an appropriate amount of time. I never want to be like too kind of like in their face, but I definitely don't want to let like too much time pass, if that makes sense. I kind of want to do like a whole series, speaking of like micro influencer TikTok content, I kind of want to do like a whole series on my TikTok on how to reach out to brands, how to find contact information for brands. So if you guys want to see that, please let me know, and also go follow me on TikTok because I do think that's where that content is going to live. But for now, I'm gonna keep working on that, and then I do want to start like winding down and getting ready for bed soon. One, because the solidcore class took like everything out of me, but also I have a shift at solidcore tomorrow morning, which is very fun, and I'm doing a class like right after my shift, I think. So I'm gonna be there for a good chunk of my morning.